Hello, it's the end of November already, and it's time for me to give you another update on things across the district. I have 4 things I want to talk to you about today. The first thing I want to mention is MAP. It's time for winter MAP assessment, and I want to make sure that you as teachers and parents know how to explain the purpose of MAP to our learners. It's important for them to know that MAP is a way for us to create a prescription for their learning. So it's kind of like going to the doctor when you remind your kids to tell the doctor all of the symptoms they experience so the doctor can prescribe accurately. We want to do that. We use MAP to do that, so we diagnose where people are in their learning based on what they show us. So that means everyone needs to show us exactly what they know and can do. So we can create a personalized learning plan that meets them exactly where they are in their learning. So make sure our kids know that we're going to use the results of their winter MAP assessment to create their personalized learning plan for the second half of the school year. The second thing I'd like to talk to you about is our student advisory committees. This week I was at East Middle, where 3 of the kids who are on our student advisory committee came up to me in the cafeteria and said, "Hey, when are we meeting again?" And I was able to tell them, hey, we meet next week. So our next meeting with the student advisory committees will be on December the 6th. I'm looking forward to those meetings. Those kids advise me on various things. They tell me the truth about the experiences in their schools. And teachers, I want you to know they're saying some really great things about their learning opportunities. And I'll share that with you later on. But thank you for your work. And I look forward to hearing your kids talk about it in their words next week on the 6th. The third update is a construction update. There are 2 construction projects specifically I want to talk about. They're both right over by Collins High School. And if you've driven out to Collins High School recently, you've seen the first one on your left as you go up Discovery Boulevard. Just before you get to Collins, you'll see a big green-looking structure coming out of the ground, and it looks like styrofoam. That is our new K-8 school, the Marnell C. Mormon School. It's designed to hold 800 students. We're going to start with about 600 students in that school next year. That school project, construction project, will go on right on through the winter. You'll see work going on there. Even on weekends, they're going to be marching ahead with the goal of having that school ready for us in August. The second construction project going on at that site is on the north end of Discovery Boulevard. It's an intersection with a hard right turn going east out to from Discovery Boulevard to the bypass. That road construction project is scheduled to be finished this winter. We will be using that road well before the end of the school year and getting experience coming and going that way. You all know it's really important that we add another entrance to that campus. Those of you who drive that road on a regular basis know that when school is starting and stopping every day, it's a busy place. The fourth item I want to update you on is redistricting. I'm getting a lot of questions about redistricting, and it's a great question to ask. I would be asking the same question if I were you. What's going on with redistricting is that we've been working on that plan all through the fall. And we have a committee, a rather large committee, doing that work. They have conducted a couple of forums, they've had multiple meetings, and they have another forum scheduled soon. Their next forum is scheduled for December the 10th. That forum will be at the Blair Center at 6 o'clock. I want to encourage you to attend that forum, to ask questions, or to talk to them further. In addition to that, the maps that share the work that they've done so far are published on our website. And so you may go to the school website. We're sending out the link to those maps via Blackboard. So in addition to this video, you'll be getting a link to that where you can look at those maps on Blackboard. The biggest thing to think about is that, and you'll see as you look at the maps, that we want our students to be located as close as possible to their school. We want as little extra driving and running for cars and buses as possible. And you're probably aware that some of the school assignments we have date back to decisions made in the 80s when there were only 3 schools located within the city limits, 3 elementary schools located within the city limits. And now we have more than double that. So it's time for some significant change. But the committee wants to hear what you have to say. Following that forum, then the board will hear the presentation from the committee on the 13th of December. And then the board will have some time to think it over and for them to talk to their constituents and to have their questions answered and considered. And the board will talk about it again and consider making the final decision on the plan at their first January meeting, which will be January the 13th. That's your update on redistricting. Thank you so much for all you do. I hope you have a great December.